Hello, everybody. Hello. Maybe we'll finish the game tonight.
Maybe you've been seeming very confident that we will.
I'm not that confident because, like any RPG, it's definitely one of those things where it could we could be really close, or we could be like 10 hours away. Now, is this the kind of RPG where it feels like the end, and then it just keeps on going and going and going, or is this the kind of RPG where it feels like the end and then suddenly it stops and you're like, wait, that's it? That's the end? I have a feeling it might be the second, but we'll see. Do we need to plant another bomb? We do, I just don't know which one to do it in. I guess we'll just go over and try. They're all marked on the map, so... By the way, I was commenting to Lost Joke before we started. I'm worried about the final fights of this game.
You've reached one of the targets.
Especially as compared to the first game.
That's
like,
the last of them,
theoretically,
Mandalore. We can destroy the ship on your command.
Great, but don't do it yet. Theoretically, we as the main character should be perfectly fine. We are built pretty decently. We have our own self-heal. We have our own buffs. You know, we have Destroy Droid if we need that. That would have been nice to have in the fight from the first game. So we should be okay. But then, and now I remember what I was going to say, Lost Joke.
Mm-hmm.
You know what really annoys me about some of the fights in this game? Some of the cinematic fights? I say cinematic, I mean the ones that like start right after like you're in like a cutscene, right? The ones that go from like cutscene into a fight.
Yes.
This game seems to be reliant on buffs, on you know, Master Valor or the Energy Resist or, you know, whatever. A lot of, you know, buffs. Speed is a really good one. The problem I've seen is that the buffs continue to tick down while you're in a conversation, and then when the fight starts, the guy's like on you. Whoever you're fighting, they're like on you. And now you don't have any of those important buffs on, and if you spend the like 10 seconds that it takes to put like a couple of buffs on you, they've already taken down like half your life, and you're just standing there casting buffs like an asshole. I don't know, it just feels not great. I wish some of the buffs were more
toggles?
Like passive or permanent or toggles. Yeah. I mean, I know there was a mod that I could have gotten that makes the buffs more or less like permanent. Like you have to cast them, I think, whenever you go to a new place, but they're basically permanent. But that felt a little bit cheaty.
I'm of the mind that if you have to like get a lot of mods to get a game to work at some sort of base or convenient level, it just kind of like ruins the intent.
True. I did get a mod to extend the length of the buffs by like twice, I think, the amount. But mostly that was for convenience. That was less for needing to have them up for bosses and more for convenience, because I remember from the first game, like I was constantly stopping to recast Force Speed like over and over and over again, and it was just annoying to have to keep on doing that as I'm just exploring an area. We still have to kill the master of the ship, or Talos is finished anyway. No response to that. Okay.
There's also a personal issue that's more of an annoyance that I don't understand why, but, you know, having to mod a game in order to make it work, like at all, on a modern system.
Yeah, I think KOTOR and KOTOR 2 work okay on modern systems, but they're not widescreen by default. Like, you have to mod them to make them widescreen. Sorry, I was going to look at my stances again, because if we're going to fight a boss, I probably want to change my stance. And I always forget what my stances are.
That's me throwing shade towards Fallout 3 and New Vegas.
True.
That they're basically unplayable on modern systems, and you need a specific mod pack in order to get them to even run.
Even Oblivion was a little bit like that, but of course now, why bother
Well, we
playing
have
original
remake.
Oblivion? We have the remaster, and of course the rumor is that Fallout 3 is also getting that remaster.
Which
treatment by
probably
the same
means it's
company.
correct, because people, it was like, didn't the same source say that about Oblivion remaster? Is
Yeah.
that it was a rumor and it ended up being true? So it's very likely Fallout 3 could get a remaster, which honestly I think it does, because for all the hours I've put into Fallout 3, it's kind of ugly to look at.
Yes, and it would make
your
sense.
color palette is green and black.
It would make sense because of the show, right? The show's going to come back later this year. Maybe they could release the remaster, you know, in fall or winter of this year.
I think it was winter.
Winter. I'm trying to figure out which one is. It's this one, right? This is the one against other lightsaber users. So it's this one that looks like a fan.
Fan saber. Light fan? Fan saber?
And then the one that is just the arrow could be okay. This crossed swords one is not going to be good versus this boss, because it says saves versus force power is -4, which is not great. So I want to use either the fan or the single arrow. Okay. I'll just go ahead and do. I'll go ahead and do the fan for now. Let's go ahead and Master Valor us. Let's go ahead and honestly, let's go ahead and force immunity ourselves as well. Oh. Well, now I don't want this. Hold on. Didn't realize that we're gonna have more people. You, stasis field. You. Music is a little loud right now. It's fine. And they're all going to die.
Very loudly. Die very loudly.
I swear to God, this game, like, the volume changes every time we play the game. Like, I keep on adjusting the volume, and it keeps on adjusting itself back up. Well, here we go. I think they might need to fix the walls of this bridge. It's a little open.
Just a little?
Large locker.
It's not speaking to us, so I don't want anything to do with it.
Alright, let's, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna cast everything again. Put on this. Put on battle meditation later. And then, let's quick save right here.
Something you need.
Nope.
Something you need.
Oh god, okay. Visas.
Not that it was particularly hard, but I am amused that we correctly guessed who Mandalore is.
I mean, they used the same voice actor. I mean, what did they expect? It was clearly the same guy. I'd say it was. You might not know if it had been like what 2 or 3 years between games, right? Like you might not remember that he used the same voice, but having played the games back to back, it was pretty obvious. I like that we can call him either Kando or Mando. Just focusing revising.
Just Ando.
Dex +2 versus Charisma 1, Wisdom 4, Force points 2. Regenerate Force points 2. Meh. Anything else we got? We're good. Kendo Mando. Probably doesn't matter which way we go, so let's pick one. It's not too low. Not today.
What do we say to the lockpicks?
Not today. Who are the Klingons of Star Wars?
We've had this. We've asked this question before. At least twice.
We asked who are the orcs of Star Wars. Who are the Klingons of Star Wars? Specifically, the Klingons. Are they just the Mandalorians again?
Probably just the Mandalorians. They seem very war and honor coded. Okay, no. Here's a little bit better question that's still in the same vein. Who's the Gowron of Star Wars?
Kando, probably.
Kando?
Yeah, I think so. He's pretty Gowron coded.
My life is yours.
Like Kando just sounded like he said, "No one, I won't say it. No one f's me and lives," is what it sounded like he just said. That's not what he said, I don't think, unless it's that kind of game. But
listen, kid, this isn't that kind of game.
I heard it. Kando, who do you think is the Gowron of Star Wars?
I feel like there's a lot of contenders, so I think it more depends on which form of Star Wars media you're going to be drawing from.
Let's you know what? Let's limit our choice to the prequel the movies era, any era of the movies, whether that's the movies themselves or just any era within. It's okay, even like books or TV shows or
but it has to be prequel era.
Well, the movies, so prequel or the originals or just that whole era, just the movies.
Now I have to mentally sift through all of these characters that are
yes,
who are kind of backstabby, but also like to tout about honor.
General Grievous. I was gonna say Surat. So I'm just gonna call you that now from now on. Craig, you think General Grievous? Does General Grievous have honor though? General Grievous is a pretty mustache twirly cartoon villain, to be fair.
He does have a lot of like sinister to him, but I wouldn't say he's quite pseudo honorable like Gowron likes to be. But he is certainly a reoccurring threat in that kind of way.
For Clan Ordo!
Okay. I think I've settled on someone.
Okay. Who do you got?
Count Dooku.
That's what Craig just said too.
Count Dooku is the Gowron of Star Wars.
In what way? Elaborate. Describe.
Well, like I said, it's like Gowron, in the same sense, like to talk about honor and stuff, but he's also done some very dishonorable things that would warrant his the backs to be turned on him. In much the same way Dooku, in the Sith way, likes to speak of honor, but the Sith kind of aren't very honorable in a lot of their tactics, and sort of Jedi hand wave. It's like, oh, it's not really dishonorable. Everyone just not a Sith. It's just not good enough.
I feel like Count Dooku, I'm sorry, he was kind of a general. I feel like Count Dooku was a guy who was trying to be a great Jedi, but fell pretty hard to one side.
He was taken in by Sidious, Darth Sidious. I had to remember like what his Sith name was.
Emperor Palps. Sorry, Chancellor
Emperor
Palps. At that
Don't
point.
don't drop his government name.
Senator Palps at that point.
I love democracy.
I love democracy.
This door leads to the bridge and my former master. If you wish to gather your strength, this is the last time.
Is this your second chance of like say you love me? Say it back.
Give me a moment then. Alright, here we go. Let's do our see if these buffs last through the inevitable conversation that we're gonna have with this guy who we haven't actually ever really heard talk. We've heard like the weird whispering, like
I know the name of the character. It has not been dropped in the game yet, so we don't know who this person is. In fact, as far as we know, this is the first time we're actually meeting them. We were just told there's someone here that doesn't like us.
Has Mr. Crunchy Skin's name even been dropped ever in this game?
No. It's just been told to us that Mr. Badskin is an apprentice of our second crotchety old person.
Alright. It's a cool mask, it's a cool look, it's too bad the character kind of doesn't really exist. Like, we know nothing about them. Release me.
Wrong space franchise.
I can say truth, I have come to be your apprentice. That's not true. Alright, I have come, you know what, let's...
Just Visas. Not Mando back there. Just Visas.
Mando is absolutely part of this, but it was also by his choice, so... I have come of my own choice, Visas is not part of this.
Do not harm him.
We'll save Visas if we can.
I am the one who has betrayed you.
I am the one who knocks.
I am the one who should suffer. I will return to you. But please, do not harm him.
I realize we've been wearing the same armor for like 90% of the game.
I beg you.
I think we just did not have... Oh, now she's going to go for a spin.
Oh. Whee!
We just really haven't found anything that edged out the armor. This is just going to happen.
Her spinning is kind of taking a little bit of the tension out of this cutscene. Your loyalty is to me now. Your battle's with me. Do you speak English? Alright, well, Kreia has lied to you. There are no Jedi here. You have sensed it. I mean, there are, like, kind of two of them, like, right here. I guess she's a Sith, but there is one Jedi here.
She is a Force user.
There are technically multiple Jedi here because I brought them here on my ship. I mean,
you have no Jedi.
I mean, Atton's a Jedi, Mira's a Jedi, Handmaiden's a Jedi. They're all with me, by the way. You can have them. You know what? Take them. Feed on them, not me. Well, it's a skill check, so we have to do it. Not a check, you know. We can say it because we have the skill or the attributes. What? Huh? I can't tell. The problem with this is I can't tell if number 3 is a submissive, like, here I am, feed on me, have my power, or it's a taunt, like, you know, try to get me, because because honestly, with the way this game's dialogue is written, it could be either one, and there's no way of knowing. If you use your power here, you'll exhaust yourself and become vulnerable. She has won. Your victory against her has been for nothing. I already cast Force immunity on myself, so you can't do anything to me.
Wouldn't that be great if it actually did like worked in
That'd be amazing.
cutscenes?
That'd be absolutely amazing. Even now, the hunger is consuming you, just as Kreia knew it would.
Oh no, you made him mad.
Okay, well,
He does not care about you. He,
Soon,
she,
you shall.
they. Like we don't know anything about this. This random Kanto doesn't even care.
Kanto's just kind of
My
standing there.
life is yours.
Oh yeah. I'm here too.
Okay, well, Kreia needs to cast heal on herself.
My life is.
Come on, there we go. Do it again. Keep doing it. He is just after her.
Poison.
You know what? That's fine. You can just friggin' do it.
I didn't expect Visas to be our tank all of a sudden.
What is my guy doing?
Of course, I don't think
I
she
need
expected
to,
it either.
You know what? Stop whatever it is that you're doing and do battle meditation.
Is mine.
I don't think I have doubts that stasis is even going to work on this guy. So let's just. Ow. You know what? Let's actually re-up, because that conversation took a couple of minutes. Let's re-up Force Immunity. And then let's also do, we have Valor. Okay. Attack. Another Force Breach. I don't know what this guy has on him. Alright, Kreia, you need to, or Kreia, Visas, you need to not try to force whirlwind this guy, because it's not going to work.
My life is yours.
I'm sorry, but, like, I am under no illusion that those kinds of force things are going to work on this guy.
In fact, I almost feel like trying to do anything force related onto our target here would actually give them what they want.
Yeah.
Force energy.
Like, I'm only doing Force Breach because I wonder if that would, like, you know, I don't know, take off some buffs that he has or something like that. You know what I mean? Let's do a... Okay. Does he just do that as a phase change?
Probably a phase change.
Because he got to half health and did that. Go on. What are you waiting for?
Uh-oh. Time for more exposition. A little one-sided exposition.
Can you please speak some basic? I don't understand what you're saying.
He is too powerful.
Honestly, we were doing it. Like, we were actually beating him. We got him down to half health. I don't know what you're talking about, Visas. Come on. Force Breach? Visas. I could! What does that do? Is that a bad thing? Is that a dark side thing?
I'm assuming that means get Visas to force breach on them, and not just like we're gonna force breach Visas.
It's tempting, because
it's tempting only because I want to know what it does.
Yeah, and I'm sure that we can only do this because we have Force Breach. Force Breach, as far as I know, is the removal of a force, of like a buff, of like a force buff from someone, right? Like if someone has speed on, if I Force Breach them, then they no longer have speed on.
But I want to know, are we targeting Visas, or are we telling her to target them?
No, we are Force Breaching Visas. We are targeting Visas with the Force Breach.
What would it do?
You're his link to this place. I don't know. Craig? Is this a bad thing? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It might disrupt the link. You know what? Let's do it. Get Force Breached Visas. She should be okay, though. Like, it doesn't kill people.
Doesn't...
Force Breach doesn't
Yeah, it
kill
doesn't
you.
kill people. Sir, your hand! Your hand!
Sir?
Don't touch that!
Apparently it was a dark
we
side
gained...
thing.
What? Why, though?
I don't know, man. Let's see what happens. If it ends up killing her, I'm gonna reload the save because that's stupid.
For Clan Ordo.
This guy can't hit for shit. Like, look at this. He's doing so much to try to get me, and he can't. He can't do
Only
shit.
trying to force whatever that is on you.
Re-up my force immunity. There we go. You know what? Let's re-up my Valor too. My and can do with Valor. And let's re-up my
Oh, look, we do have the name drop, but it has not actually been said.
Okay. Maybe we just got dark side points because we didn't tell her we were gonna do it. We just did it.
Was it enough?
I swear to God, if she dies because of that, I'm gonna reload the save. It was sufficient.
Then at last.
Believe inside. You know what? We're gonna quit. No, listen. It's not great. It's not great. I'm gonna restart. I would have just like gone to the main menu, but it doesn't. It doesn't let me go to the main menu. It doesn't let me go to the main menu.
You have to You have to smother the program.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh God, my sound is being stupid. What was that?
So you have to smother the program.
Yeah, I do. And I accidentally alt-tabbed. So I have to restart it again. Alright. Quick save.
That
Fine. We'll
intermittent like dialogue choice didn't feel good.
It was, I don't know, man. That's another complaint I'll have about this game, is that it's not clear what these things will lead to sometimes.
It seems like something a little bit more in place of like you've already played through the game a few times, so you kind of know what to do.
I was gonna say other BioWare games have the same issue with dialogue, but then again, this isn't technically a BioWare game. It is styled off a BioWare game. Like, it is like a BioWare game, but it was not made by BioWare.
BioWare Light.
No,
I'll say the same things otherwise. I'll say all the same dialogue choices up until then. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't do anything though. I think he was trying to feed on me. I think that's what was happening.
How do you feed on which does not have force?
Alright. Just friggin' kill him. Mando, you do
wail on him.
What you're doing. Kreia. I'll try an insanity, but otherwise we'll just
my life is
do that. At least he's after me now. Which is a good thing.
What's wrong?
Again. Me, I'm gonna re-up my force immunity because I don't know how long it's lasting. Okay. Go ahead and speed as well, and then after that, go ahead and heal myself a couple times because Visa's heal is not that great right now.
Who wants to die first?
Alright, Visa's heal is not the best heal.
You are no match for us.
She says you are no match for us, and then in the very next dialogue, she says, yes, he is too powerful. You are no match for us. We can stop him somehow.
I will try.
Yes? Okay, is that it? Are we good? Let's heal immediately. Let's do a battle meditation too. Pieces, are you gonna join the fight or?
She's pausing for dramatic effect.
Visas, I want you to force immunity yourself. Please. Okay, anytime. There you go. Go ahead and heal us as well. Fortunately, Mando doesn't have force immunity. He's just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, but he also doesn't really have force to be fed on.
It's true. That's probably why it's not doing much.
Yet Nihilus here is continuing.
I know, I feel like he's confused. He's just lashing out at anyone else that he can get. Okay, well. Turns out he wasn't actually that powerful in the first place.
Power of friendship and all these sabers we found.
We need to get off this ship.
What do you mean what the hell I'm doing up here? You're with me, Mando! You're with me right here! You can see what we're doing! We're killing this guy together! Don't you dare tell anybody about it. Visas, what do you do? Oh, he's talking to Visas, which is... It would have been nice to see a little cutscene of Visas standing there being weird before we see that scene, but it's fine. Visas, what are you doing? Getting that cool-ass mask.
See with the Force and my eyes.
I thought
We don't need eyes to see.
I thought your race didn't have eyes, like actually physically eyes. Do you actually have eyes?
I don't know if they have eyes. The only other Miralukan I remember seeing is the guy from Dark Forces 2, and it kind of looked like he might have eyes, but they were like completely like kind of covered and almost like bound. Is his name Jarek? Look up Jarek. Lost joke. I think it's Jerec from Dark Forces 2. He's the same races as she is.
Jarek.
I think that's his name. If that's not his name, then just look up Dark Forces 2 villain, because that's who he is. Everybody at home, also look up Jarek from Dark Forces 2. Because again,
I found an image of him and it's really tiny.
It is the same race.
He seems to have like some sort of visor thing on his face.
Yeah, but he is blind as far as I know. He uses the forces. He's the same, like I said, he's the same race as she is, so he has to.
He is a Miraluka.
Yeah, so they are. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure they had Miralukans in Dark Forces 2 before this game. I don't know if they originated in Dark Forces 2, Miralukans, or if they're from an earlier canon, but Dark Forces 2 was definitely made before this game was made. If it will give you some peace, then do it. Go ahead. Who is it? Turns out it was Jarek all along! Oh my god! What did you see?
A man. Nothing more. You are my master now, and I will follow wherever your path takes you.
Don't say it like that,
You look like a
please.
man.
At an end.
Don't say it like that. Listen, I know that you mean I'm your Jedi Master. I hope that's what you mean. Probably isn't what you mean. I hope it is, though.
Well, the game has decided, through a process of elimination, that she's obviously our love interest.
Everyone wants us, Lost Oak. Handmaiden is super infatuated with us. Mira, I think, is the only one who didn't seem like she was that into us, but then again, she could have been doing her, like, tsundere thing and pretending like she didn't like us. She liked us enough to be our student. Right, let's ship dies. Should have years ago. Come on, Visas. It's even my final form. No, I think he's dead.
I think
Or not. Oh my god.
Is he just dissipating?
Canderous, are you alright?
Get away from me. I don't need your help. Just
As
leave me
crotchety
here.
as ever.
Canderous, the Force lies in all living things. I have watched my people die. You will survive. You have no choice.
will live.
You have been wounded before and lived, Mandalorian. Rise. Many battles do you still have left in you.
You sound like Revan at the end. Do you know what she told me in those last days on the Outer Rim? That the Mandalorian Wars were our doom, and that we had been deceived. That it had never been our decision to wage war on the Republic. Revan said the Mandalorians didn't invade the Republic space 10 years ago because it was our choice. We were tricked. Our entire people sacrificed as pawns, and never knew it. She said there was a war coming, that it was waiting out in the unknown regions, in the dark, waiting for us to destroy each other.
A war? This war?
No, not this one. Another one.
A Star
More
War.
terrible. Against an evil
A
we
Stars
couldn't begin to
War.
comprehend. A war of belief that had been fought for thousands of years. Revan went off to fight it.
And left you here.
Revan was one of the greatest military leaders in the galaxy. In history. She knew what she was doing. And I always follow orders.
Question. If it spoils this
Yeah.
game, don't say. I'm asking chat as well. Is that referring to something that they had planned, perhaps for KOTOR 3, or even that they would have done in the Old Republic, or is this meant to be a very kind of oblique reference to the Yuzon Vong that was still kind of coming up in the extended universe at this point?
Well, we will never know.
We might not ever know. Is there anything we can do for these slaves? I mean, the guy's dead. Can we, like, free them?
No. The life they
Can we
live
go down there?
has long ended. Oh, he actually turned to look at you. It's a
Hi.
little more than I was expecting.
No, we can't even go down there. All right.
No, I think they're long dead. I'm pretty sure. They're just husks.
You're right, Craig. The Yuzon Vong do seem like they're pretty far into the future. About 4,000 years into the future, but still. I could see that. You know what the weird thing is? So I read the newer Thrawn books. The ones that are like in the new canon. And it did kind of seem like Thrawn was also kind of preparing for some kind of external like threat, which kind of drove a lot of the stuff that he ended up doing. So are they trying the same kind of thing again in the new canon? Are they just going for Yuzon Vong or something else? Is that where all Star Wars stories lead to? Is a huge external threat that we all have to unite to fight against? Is that like everything returning to Crab? It all just evolves to that?
Return the slab.
Is it like returning to Slab? Return the Slab. Where are we going?
Leaving, I guess.
Yeah, but how? How are we leaving? Escape the vessel and detonate the explosives. I mean, that's what we want to do. Oh yeah, there's a shuttle. It's like right here. You just gotta go through the fire. Go through this fiery doorway.
Just don't touch it.
There we go. This route leads back to the Citadel station. Do you want to leave? Yes.
No, I want to stay on this derelict ship.
No, screw this place.
Derelict proto Star Destroyer.
I did quick save just in case we have more crashes.
Admiral
Hi.
Onasi wanted to speak with you, sir.
Oh yeah? Say what about?
As I understand it, there was something private he wished to ask you. Concerning a mutual acquaintance, I believe is how he put it.
Okay.
Very well.
Very well.
It's a little beat up, but it's still home. I wasn't able to be here to protect it when the Sith attacked the first time. This time you gave me a second chance. I owe you.
Who did I get executed on Manan? Maybe they're just using the same heads. That was Grin, wasn't it? Not Admiral Grin. It was like Colonel Grin or something like that. That was the guy that we've been dealing with on this station the whole time. Grin said you wanted to speak to me about a mutual acquaintance.
I've read your records. How the Jedi sentenced you for doing what you believed. You wandered past the Outer Rim during your
There's
exile.
only like
I asked
10
you,
faces in the
did
galaxy,
you find any trace of
according to
Revan?
this game.
Yeah, we met our own.
Yeah, we met our own multiple times. In fact, not even just one time. It was like several times that we've seen our own face.
Extended family.
Do you know her?
I served with her, like you did. And we had to part, like you did.
I was like her Atten. If that rings any bells. I do kind of feel like Atten is more the mission. Atten is like Karth and mission put together. I feel like. Why?
She said that there were places where she had to walk where I could not go. Places that she could not bring those she loved. I've waited for her to come back for almost 4 years. It doesn't get any easier.
Well, it looks like you wait a little longer, doesn't it? You can't give up hope.
I would have done anything she asked.
We are light side, so.
And when she told me to stay here, to try to keep the Republic strong, that was the hardest thing of all.
Why did she ask that?
I don't know, but it was important to her. She said that she believed something had been behind the Mandalorian Wars, that it hadn't been the Mandalorians' choice to attack the Republic. Whatever it was, I think she went off
As
to
we were
find it,
told.
to
Yeah.
fight it.
I mean, I don't really want to ask either of these. We kind of already know.
It was near the end of the Jedi Civil War, when it seemed like we were going to lose everything. We met on a Republic warship.
Like,
called
I
the
already know who
Endar
this guy
Spire.
is. He's
We were
Karth.
being attacked over Terrace, and the Sith had stormed
The guy we,
ship.
like, didn't use in our party ever
We
in the
saved
first
the
game.
Republic, but it was like the war didn't end for her.
The guy that we could
She
have,
would keep remembering
romanced in the
things that
first
she had
game,
done,
but we
and it
didn't.
kept driving
And the game is
her.
assuming
And she
we
kept
did.
using it as a wall between us. And I think she finally remembered something terrible she had done during the Mandalorian Wars, and she went to put an end to it. She left without warning. She didn't say where, only that it was to a place where she could not take anyone she loved. And here you return. with
Yeah,
your
I
ship,
think,
without her.
So the actual canon, I think we've discussed this before, but we can discuss it again. The actual canon is that Revan was a guy, and that Revan romanced Bastila. I don't know who would have wanted to romance friggin' Bastila, but apparently that's canon. And then, of course, the canon for 2 is that, number 1, we actually have a name, Mitro, even though you can name your character in this game whatever you want. The actual name is Mitra. Sorry, Mitra Surik. We continue this guy Mitro because he's man. And she was a female, and she used a single saber, and she romanced... I can't remember who she romanced. She romanced someone. Probably friggin' Aden. But I think that early on you are kind of asked to... I think the first conversation you have with Aden when he's in that cell is... almost like a recap of the first game where you can decide if Revan was a male or a female to, kind of match how you played the first game. And we decided that, because we had played female in the first game, that Revan was female. And I think the game does assume then that Revan must have romanced Karth, because that's who you get in the first game if you're female. There's no same-sex relationships in KOTOR.
Shoehorning in relationships.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we are meant to assume that we romanced Karth, even though we did no such thing. We barely interacted with him.
Yes, wherever she went, your ship's been there. If you return to that place, if you find some trace of Revan...
Should we tell you what I find?
No. Simply tell her that Karth Onasi is waiting for her.
You probably shouldn't, though. Wait. Just saying. I don't think she's coming back.
She went to go get milk. Space milk.
She went down to the store to get some death sticks. And she still hasn't come back.
Yeah.
Just waiting. Just waiting.
Going to lose their lives. Like I lost my family in Malachor 5.
And Father left me, left us all, when he lost all that he loved at Malachor 5.
We go now, my master, to that dark place which made you, where you gained your ship, your troops. Your ship, my prison, that you dragged from the gravity well at Malachor 5.
Wish I'd never met him. Wish I'd died there. That the storms had dragged me down into Malachor 5.
Hey, I think we need to go to Malachor 5.
We will not die, like we did on Malachor 5.
Everybody has hang-ups on Malachor 5.
Your command echoes still, General, and I obey, as I did.
Baldur, where are you?
5.
I don't see you, Baldur.
He's like behind, like the bulkhead, fixing the engine.
You know where you must go. It calls to you still.
It is the heartbeat of the past.
Kreia, where are you?
And she must be stopped. There, now. Or she will bring the screams of Malachor 5 to the galaxy, just as we carry the echo all this way.
Baldur, where are you?
Where's Kreia? For that matter.
She's on Malachor 5, that's why we're going there.
And she must be stopped. There, now.
Okay.
On Malachor 5.
On Malachor 5.
Where are we going? Computer. Malachor 5.
Computer, set course.
Engage.
It turns out Kreia was a Sith all along. Who could have foreseen this?
She lost a little bit of color in her skin. She needs more toner. Maybe it was wasted on all that black.
Yeah, she got a new cloak. Or it's her old one. Hey, look. Who it is, Mr. Crispy. Crispin Glover.
Some time.
What? Who are you? What are you doing here?
You were a fool to return. I spared you once. I will not do so again.
Spare me? Ah, yes. No, you simply did not learn the lesson I sought.
She's using her stump.
That your strength is as meaningless as the strength of my hand.
Why have you returned?
Because now I understand why the exile did what he did. There is much to be done.
How does this planet even still have an atmosphere of any kind? It's like the asteroid from the movie Armageddon. We're gonna have to drill down in there and put a big proton bomb down in there.
Brilliant! Great landing!
Good job, Adam. Those Jedi skills really coming in handy.
Master, he is here.
I know.
What
Tell
is
me
thy
something
name,
I don't know.
Master?
You are to do nothing. When he arrives, bring him before me.
He may not survive Malachor.
So touching. Can it be you still have feelings within that shell?
Master, what will you do to him?
You know what I shall do. You who wear my teachings so well. I will break him. He is a blank slate.
If you break him,
which my teachings may be written, as you well know. Leave me. Await the arrival of the exile. When he comes, bring him before me.
don't even think about being a boss fight for him. You've already tried once. You suck. Now I am the boss.
I'm the boss again. Back off. I'm boss. It's a stinky
Back off.
planet.
Back off. I'm boss. Back off. Am I alone?
Can you call... we seem to be.
Why? Can I get other people?
Apparently not.
Oops. It says 2 available slots. Apparently I can't use Baldur or Mandalore. So let's get some visas. I am unable to change party. We're just alone. Okay, well. Speed. Valor. And force immunity, just in case. I said
Quick save.
And then drop a cheeky little quick
Just
save.
in case the game decides to just mess with us.
Are we going this way? There's a corpse here. Okay, sure. The game just tried to poison me. Didn't work. Enemy sighted! It's a storm beast.
Storm.
It looks weird.
Beast. Again with the use of beast.
Beast! Components for reasons, I guess? Why even is this an area we can go? I mean, we are going to explore the hell out of this place. Don't get me wrong. We are doing it.
It's working!
Hi. Can I, Yes, I can. Okay. Okay, music. The fight's been over for a while. You can settle down now.
No, we're on a hostile planetoid. You're constantly in danger.
It's giving me all this loot that I am not going to really be able to use. This game of a New Game Plus. We're not going to be playing New Game Plus, but it's funny. Ooh, saved. You know what? We're going to try it again. There we go. Go get him. Go get her, Ray. I said, go get her, Ray.
Get her!
This guy down there, is he coming? I don't think so. I think he's not in range. Oh god, this game's music. Didn't do it, but you know what? These guys are so easy, I don't really care. Like, look at this, I just killed him in one hit. One round, I suppose. Probably multiple hits. Oh, hi. You want some too? You dead. Ultima Pearl.
What?
It said Ultima Pearl. Such devastation.
Well, it's not our intention. We just got here.
How dare. How dare we do that? How dare we say these things? Damaged console. Oops.
What's a Jowl motor belt?
Jalshay Mentor belt. We actually have one of those. We actually have several of those at this point.
How many immortal belts do we have? They will exist long after we're dead.
We have a bunch. All roads lead to what? Look, they tried to kind of make a maze out of it, but really there's just the one way to go. I'd love to get to a workshop and see what this Ultima Pearl does. Does it let us cast Ultima?
What would Ultima be like in a Force flavor?
I don't know. I don't know. Some properties do try to make Force more magical. Because I mean, in some cases it's kind of like it's almost just like psychic powers, right? Like it's just mind stuff, or like telekinesis, and it's just like psychic stuff. And then others were like, no, what if we make it like magical and like spellcasting, and like you can raise zombies and stuff with it, which is a real thing.
One of my favorite depictions of like magic is did you ever see the movie? Probably not. The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
I think I might have seen it ages ago.
With Nick Cage.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He explains the ability to use magic in kind of like a more grounded sense, is that it's kind of, you're manipulating the world on a small scale. So it's like you understand physics and things like that and how the world operates. It's like, well, you're manipulating that. Like how he was trying to teach him how to cast fire. And I always did kind of like the somewhat pseudo groundedness of how he explained how magic worked in that setting.
Kind of like at the risk of sounding like a weeb, I kind of like Full Metal Alchemist's whole system. It's not bad. I mean, it's magic. They call it alchemy. It's magic. That's what it is.
Magic with dangerous steps involved. It might cost you an arm and a leg.
Oh look,
and a whole brother.
Ship.
If the exile has come here, then he has not come alone.
Of course, apprentice. The huntress is with the
Okay,
exile.
so...
She has a special talent for finding that which should remain lost. It also makes her difficult for me to sense, but not to a creature bred for such things.
How? How is this
Shall I
possible?
send the assassins for her?
No, I have brought a beast to Malachor to deal with that one. We shall see if prey can become a predator. Her breaking shall be
How did she get out here?
That's what I'm laughing at.
If she survives,
I'm
she
trying to
will
let them
become
talk,
stronger for it.
but we're gonna have to fight Hanhar, aren't we?
Well, here's a surprise. Yet another slice of galactic.
Did everyone just get thrown from the ship somehow? How did this happen?
Or Ithor, or someplace without
Our
metal,
brilliant piloting
rocks, or packs
skills.
of bloodthirsty beasts.
Beasts.
Again, beast. You know there are other words you can use.
Beasts. Look, there's a beast. He looks too cute to be bloodthirsty. He looks like Chewie. Yeah, what I was laughing at is I just now realized, see, I thought that we had, like, left the ship. I'm not sure why we left the ship solo, but I thought that we had just left the ship, because we started right next to the ship, so I assumed that we had, I don't know, climbed out of a hatch or something and gone on by ourselves, which was fine. Now I see that what actually happened is, somehow, despite being in a fully enclosed ship with, like, literally a single window that is in the front of the ship on the bridge, somehow everybody got thrown out of the ship during that crash.
We were just ejected from the ship.
Physics.
In various means.
Physics, how does it work? I don't understand, but it's fine. I'm just gonna go. Trying to get poisoned, but even if we do get poisoned, it doesn't matter. Our heal can heal it.
Well, we will find many more nits to pick about in this last leg of the game.
Absolutely are going to do that. I'm sorry, everyone who thinks that this game is the perfect, absolute pinnacle of Star Wars games. I disagree. We will talk more about it later, but this game has problems. Let's continue going. Or is this? Oh, no, it's okay. Oh my god, game. It's okay. You can stop now. That might be where we're going. In that case, let's look over here. Isn't there like a bunch of guys over here? Oh, there they are. Get him. And also, get him. Or her, I don't know, could be a female. These kind of look like the same creatures as, Desan from Jedi Knight 2. Like Tyrannosaurus Force user. Tyrannosaurus Sith.
Sithosaurus Rex.
Are we really just like right next to our ship? We're like right under where the ship is. Yeah, we are. There it is. I guess there are a lot of holes there, but still. I'm still gonna call bullshit on everybody being thrown from the ship. I can't believe they thought that, Crispin Glover thought that, we get killed by these things. These things can't even touch us.
I think that says a lot about him than it does us.
Oh god, we actually got poisoned. Uh-oh, what are we gonna do? Heal ourselves. Easy. Alright, what's up here? Loots. Disruption gloves. And a dead end. So that's where we want to go. So there was another way a little bit more south. We'll go there first. Is this the tunnel? Or is that the tunnel? Nope. Okay. Looks like the tunnel that we found is not the way to go, which is good. Let's go there. Another damaged console. What is the purpose of these? Why do these exist? What is the game trying to tell me?
What are you trying to tell us?
What do the numbers mean? Malachor depths. Are we gonna play as Mira? I'd love to play as Mira. I think that Mira is also built pretty decently right now.
Hanhar.
I still thought we would be doing this more.
The Remain female says you have claimed the name Jedi. The words dishonor you, for she does not believe it. I do not believe it. You have always been prey, Mira. Weak, scared, always running, hesitant to kill.
Yeah?
Here on this graveyard planet, you have nowhere to run. The eyes of Nar Shaddaa do not look here. What happens here shall run, pray, or fight me here. I can feel the rage of this planet pouring through me, yet it is nothing compared to the hate I have for you.
Okay, but what if I do this? Looks like he's casting something at me too. What he doesn't have force powers, does he?
He shouldn't, but I think the very act of him being on this planet is giving him like pseudo force powers.
I get defense -2 cumulatively, but I get crit +4 and an extra attack per round. So this might be a good to use. This is also not bad to use, though. You know what? We'll just stick with what we have, because this is actually pretty good. Okay. Well, we've already cast the only buff that we have right now on us. So, just friggin' shoot him. I think we can do it.
All that matted fur.
Pause. Do we have a trank dart? Which wouldn't be bad. Since our paralysis dart would be amazing right now. What? Paralysis dart. Did he save against it?
That's
Trank
another
dart?
one for me.
He said trank dart. Okay, he got tranked. Let's heal ourselves. We have so many life support packs.
That's another one for me.
We're just destroying this man.
He's not a man. He's a Wookiee.
That's another one for me.
Oh.
Kill me, and the life debt shall be settled. I cannot be on your debt twice, so it will only be a second death to me. Whether you spare me or kill me, it is death.
There's no need for this. You don't owe me a life debt. I release you.
Words will not break the shackles on my wrist. Words will not end the hatred I have for you. My hatred for you has drowned the raging storms of this planet. It burns harder than the hatred.
Have life debt on.
It burns harder than the hatred in the heart of the grey-maned woman, and greater than her feelings for the exile.
What'd you say?
It's like, isn't there some rule etiquette against like trying to kill a person you have a life debt to?
I don't understand. I guess I think they tried to explain it at one point, but I guess I don't really follow what this guy's deal is. Why he keeps on trying to kill her despite having a life debt, like, on her. So you serve Kreia now?
She has chained me within a life debt. She honors me by showing me no mercy, only hatred. She understands the heart of a warrior.
Does she, though? In the heart of a slave?
I am no slave. I am Hanha. Hanha who was taken from Kashyyyk, and I will put chains upon those who chained them, who bartered human lives in the place of my kind.
Well, you know what? Fine then. Lead me to Kreia, and if she's as powerful as you claim, then she will destroy me and you shall be free. Yeah? What do you think about that?
Your words smell of truth, and your eyes show no deception. I will lead you to the Grey One, and she will end you, and my life debt to you both shall be no more.
Okay. If that's what you want to believe.
I really don't understand this Wookiee's logic.
I don't either. It doesn't make any sense, honestly.
Because, like, he's also claiming Kreia, he has a life debt on Kreia, but he's not trying to absolutely murder her as well.
Okay, so if we try to extrapolate, it still doesn't make any sense, right? Because I'm thinking, okay, what if he doesn't like having a life debt to someone that he feels is weaker than him? So it's okay to have one to Kreia because Kreia is obviously more powerful than him and he knows it, and so that's okay. But having a life debt to Mira isn't okay, because she's obviously weaker. Except that also doesn't work because the moment I beat him, he should then realize that, oh, I'm actually stronger than him, and thus the life that is okay to have. So that can't be it either. It doesn't make any sense. Someone explain it to me, someone in the comments of YouTube or something, try to explain it to me, because I know that they tried to explain it in this game, but it didn't make sense then, and it still doesn't make sense. And I don't know what the hell this guy's deal is. It's not like I have any plans of killing you once you served your purpose. Unlike Kreia, who probably will. We didn't even have to use any level ups to cheese that fight, Lost Hope.
No, we didn't.
Craig says the life debt would have no power over him if he didn't care about life debts. And if he cared about life debts, he wouldn't betray the life debt by trying to murder the person who has his life debt. Yeah. I agree with you. It's completely... It's dumb. It is actually dumb.
Like, when he first showed up and sort of, like, tried to explain his reasoning, it's like, it still didn't really hold water for me. It's like, what's your deal, man? You just... he's obviously mad because Mira saved his life when he was, like, they were adversaries at first. That's really what it kind of boils down to. He just doesn't like her, and the fact that she saved him makes him mad.
I'm not trying to put this game on blast or anything, but I'm not trying to put Obsidian on blast because there are a lot of, I loved Grounded, I loved other Obsidian games, but the writing in this game stinks of someone who is trying to be deep and mysterious and doesn't actually know how to be either of those things.
I am 12 years old and this is deep.
Basically, yes. That's what the writing in this game feels like. It's Kreia has that. Friggin' Hanhar has that. Basically, just everyone that is trying to be, I don't want to say an interesting character, but is trying to be more of a deep character just has that vibe about them, where they're trying to be deep, but they aren't deep at all.
I think for Hanhar's position, they shouldn't have really tried to, like, expand it beyond he's bitter that, his once target and rival saved his life. Could have just left it at that.
Craig says the real reason for Hanhar is because they wanted to invert the mission Zalbard dynamic. Didn't realize that they weren't good enough at writing to do that. So are you saying, Craig, that they were trying to subvert expectations? Is that what you're saying to me right now?
I don't want to say it, but I'm going to. But I'm starting to feel like Hanhar's just the token Wookiee.
Kinda.
It's like, well, in Star Wars, you gotta have a Wookiee.
You gotta have a Wookiee, kid. You gotta have one.
Just saying, Hanhar hasn't really, like, done anything to color the story. Even in Mira's, personal growth, it hasn't really done anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it hasn't really affected Mira's characterization at all. Mira is still Mira.
I mean, she gets to have her moments where she is solo and actually surprisingly effective on her own, although repeated voice lines do get a little grating.
Yeah, but that's more of a game design issue than a writing issue.
She's fine as a character, just the whole Hanhar-her dynamic isn't as interesting.
I think Mira, as just by herself as a character, is a perfectly fine, like, Star Wars character. I think that she's... Honestly, I think most of the characters, just taken on their own, are perfectly fine and perfectly valid Star Wars characters. I like Atton. I like Mira. Handmaiden is probably... I'm not into Handmaiden. I can see
She
what they're trying
does
to do
feel
with her,
a little more, one-dimensional. At least I guess in our experiences, she doesn't seem to like change much.
Handmaiden could have been better if the writers of this game were better. Because Handmaiden does have like characterization. Like her character goes through an arc. She stops believing in the nonsense that her mother is spewing, and she comes with us, and that's interesting. It's just it wasn't really done that well.
Speaking of mother, where is she?
We just kind of left her.
We fought and then we left. So much that for a moment there, I kind of forgot about her.
Also, what is the deal with Atten's like Echani training? Did that thread ever go anywhere?
As far as we've experienced, no. It's like just mentioned that he has Echani training, and he's being very secretive or hedgy about it. But other than that, it's not been explored. I don't know if we just not have been picking the right dialogue options, or that's more like...
No, I think it just isn't. And it doesn't even really have any bearing on gameplay either, because the Handmaidens... the Handmaiden has Echani training, but it comes into the form of her being like actually good at hand-to-hand. It comes with her having a feat that makes her better at hand-to-hand than other characters. But Atten has no such thing, so why even bother having that be part of his background? It's like they were struggling to find a secret, like an interesting secret that he might have. And that's what they decided on, I guess. Yeah, the twists, you're right, Craig. The twist wasn't that much of a twist. It's okay for a twist to be expected. It's okay because it's okay because there should be clues, right? A twist should be set up. It shouldn't just come out of nowhere. And if you were smart enough to see all the clues and realize, then it's not a bad thing that a twist was telegraphed.
They've kind of like seeded it a bit, like, oh, there's something different about this man, but they didn't really take advantage of it. It's like there's they kind of like had moments where they said that there's more to him than what we really know, and he obviously kind of acted as if though there's more to him than what he's allowing to be shown, until eventually it's like, oh, he has Echani training, okay, but then that was it. They didn't really capitalize on the big reveal.
Yeah, and the twist with Kreia wasn't that much of a twist, because Kreia herself, again, is another I'm 12 and this is deep kind of a character. Like, no matter what you did, she was constantly riding your ass and telling you how much you were wrong. Like, even when it was contradicting, like, literally the last thing that she told you was wrong. Okay, well then I'll do that. No, that's wrong too. What the shit are you talking about, Kreia? You're just being annoying. You're not being mysterious, you're just being an asshole. You're just being spiteful. So her being bad is not much of a surprise.
I feel like Kreia was written by two different people with two different intents for her character, and they had to kind of put them together.
This is gonna happen. Let's just do this. Oh no. This guy is gonna kill us. Oh my god, this guy might actually kill us. Oh, okay.
He's actually really big.
He got like a crit on us. I thought we were immune to crits. If we're not,
we're either immune to crits, or we're just very difficult to get a crit on.
No, we do have immune to crits, so I don't know. He just got like a really good hit on us.
Maybe he just had a really great damage roll.
Yeah. fill out the map. Fill it out. We're never going to come here again, so we might as well.
Check your exterior collisions.
Oh, we got poisoned. Not anymore.
I didn't even see what poison does.
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it, and I saw the green bar. Oh, there it is.
I bet you the armor we have on isn't even like the best armor.
No, I'm sure that the armor we have on is just okay. We've just never really found anything that we like better.
Nothing that really seemed like it was a advantage.
Alright, what boss are we gonna fight now?
Something big.
Oh, maybe not. Oh,
or,
we're at the,
or a single man.
Invisible Sith assassin body here. Judging from the number and depth of the blaster burns, these Sith appear to have been recently killed by fire from a heavy repeater rifle. Kendo? You here?
Well, Kendo doesn't have a blaster. He has twin sabers.
He has twin swords.
My two swords. The only one who might have a blaster, although I don't think it's very heavy, might be HK. Was HK even with us at all? When we left, I'm a little confused on who's supposed to be with us and who isn't.
I don't know. I don't know who's with us on the ship. We never really got back to the ship in any gameplay capacity.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
You guys prepared to give us a medal, or...? Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay.
You guys didn't have to do this. It's fine. I could have just come up and knocked on the door. It's alright.
There's no door to knock on. It's just a hole.
It's just a hole in the wall.
I say we fire a rocket at her right now and blow her
everyone's here.
body into the heart of this planet.
There?
It wouldn't work. If there were other distractions, maybe. If she wasn't telepathic, maybe. If you want to kill her like that, you need something else to occupy her attention. Otherwise, you might just wound her. And then we'd all be in trouble.
This battle will not be decided by weapons.
You are wrong. Manipulation is Krea's strength, not battle.
Let us see what transpires and plan our attack.
So
I'm assuming those are the only ones that were with us.
Am I to understand that they all met together and they took out Hanhar, I guess?
If you are watching
Baldur, where are you?
The general suspected was true. The Sith are striking from the graveyard of Malachor 5. The ship the Sith Lord was on was one of the vessels damaged in that final battle. If you reach Malachor's surface, the mass shadow generator can be undone, provided there are enough vessels intact within the orbiting debris or buried in the planet's surface. Use the sequence I am unlocking in your memory banks on the engine core of any vessel you encounter on Malachor. If my calculations are correct, 4 vessels should be enough to power up the mass shadow generator and
okay, that's what those things were for.
Malachor 5, the damage I did. Once the sequence has begun, it cannot be stopped. So make sure the General is off the planet before triggering the sequence. Otherwise, there will be no retreat. I know your weapons systems are minimal, and I don't know what awaits you on Malachor's surface. Try to avoid contact with any potential
And why aren't you here, Baldur?
Where are you, Baldur?
Your programming commands you to find 4 vessels buried within Malachor's surface and activate the engine systems on each one. When the engine systems are activated, it will disrupt the gravitonic anomaly that is keeping the planetoids fused together, and Malachor 5 will begin to drift apart. Are we in Star Trek again? Are we in Star Trek right now? It said something else, I didn't see it. It's fine. Okay, I mean, we kind of know where to go. There's one up there, there's one down there. Can we go into the ship and blow up that one? I feel like maybe we shouldn't do that one. Actually, this one might be a different one.
Oh,
that might be underneath it. It might be underneath it. Yes, we are. We are the ball.
Life.
But luckily, we've killed everything here, so like we should be fine. We're also moving rather fast.
I don't know. I feel like maybe the creatures would ignore you.
I bet they wouldn't. Enter the sequence. Okay. One done. Should I make a save? Should I make a hard save right here? Before I do all of these? Blow up Malachor. Is, I think, kind of what we're doing. Again, by the way, for the second time, because Malachor has already been blown up.
It wasn't blown up well enough last time. We had to blow it up again.
Is this, like, would this have basically punished us for not, taking out all of the monsters here? We have to fight these stupid monsters with this little robot drone? At least the little orb is like pretty fast. The map is big, but the orb is fast.
Ponder the orb.
Also, apparently remotes haven't changed in Star Wars for the past 4,000 years. And we still have Star Destroyers that look almost exactly the same. And all this other tech is still exactly the same after 4,000 years, which is another kind of thing that I kind of dislike a little bit about.
Hey, if
Old Republic
if
stuff.
it's not broke, don't fix it.
I feel I would be more interested in Old Republic if they had the whole, like, because didn't they do something where they had like power packs for the lightsabers and stuff like that? They had like old style lightsabers that you actually needed to have batteries for and stuff like that. I would be more interested in Old Republic if it was more like that, instead of just being exactly the same as Star Wars, but apparently it's 4,000 years ago.
I'm still of the mind that I don't like impossibly long spans of time.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's 4,000 years ago. That is such a unknown concept to me, because I'm not going to live around 4,000 years. And the idea that a single civilization has existed for that long is beyond me.
Like, there was friggin' like, ancient Egypt was 4,000 years ago. Look how far that we've come. We've only really had civilization for, like, 20,000 years. Like, at most. And yet, the Republic apparently is 20,000 years old at this time. 4,000 years ago.
You are hearing this, then the sequence has been completed. When active,
which means they've had ships again, even before then.
I have one last command for you.
Yes.
You must
Bowder, are you dying?
Bowder, what's your deal right now?
The sequence fires properly once the general gives the command. If not, then all we have fought for has been for nothing. You have done all I asked, all you were built for, and for that, I thank you.
Hi, it's me.
The probability of the Iridonian installing trigger commands within your core was high. I see the probabilities have played out. Of course, the probability that I would do the same is equally high. Your inability to move right now is evidence of that. If the General issues the command, only I will be here to receive it. You realize I cannot permit you or the Exile to activate the mass shadow generator here on Malachor. In that, your programming and mine conflict. And since you have no offensive weaponry to speak of, the probability of your programming overriding mine is low. You must understand that the General would not wish the relics or the Sith strength here on Malachor to be compromised. Their presence is needed to stabilize the galaxy. Without them, the galaxy would be reduced to anarchy within years. And if there is anything I can't stand, it's an untidy galaxy. So, Let us wait here, you and I, for the General's orders and calculate the probable fate of the galaxy.
Correction. One could rust listening to your speeches, Fat One. Perhaps it is the large unwieldy vocabulator within your moon-sized frame that prevents your calculations from taking me into account. And while I find this small droid annoying in the extreme, I find my urge to shoot you takes a higher priority.
Unfortunately for you, I have arranged for friends to meet me here.
Yeah?
And you seem to have brought none of your
You mean some HK-51s?
Stop him.
Unexpected correction. We are not here to aid you. We are here because our predecessor unit summoned us. Statement. As always, Fat One, you have miscalculated.
HK, are you really reducing yourself to fat jokes?
All I wished was to fulfill my programming.
What?
Either way, the Republic is...
Observation. I thought he would never die.
I feel like we're missing a connection link here.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I don't think anyone was on the ship because we're all outside.
We all
apparently,
got thrown.
somehow.
Everyone got thrown from it, except for Bowdur, who we haven't actually seen for a long time. Even when he was talking to us on the ship, he just wasn't there.
Don't bother getting up.
Ah, the Huntress. To come alone, you are braver than I thought.
She is not alone. We stand with her.
And with her, stand all the Jedi.
And now I come in saying something suitably heroic.
Children
Except
with
you didn't.
lightsabers, but not Jedi, I think. Come close. Let me look upon you and see what the Exile's teaching has forged. An assassin, a slayer of her own kin.
Actually, she didn't kill anybody.
Slave, and a fool. Which of you?
And she's always been a blinded slave. We didn't make her that way.
As you can see, I am unarmed. You, perhaps.
You're
Come,
unhanded.
Child. Where you walk, it is not far from battle, slaughter, and the blood of your sisters.
Again, we didn't actually kill anybody. We specifically did not kill any of her sisters. We have the light side on our side. Oh, that's it. Okay, well.
Think before you throw away your life for him. Think of everything you will lose by dying. Your lusts unfulfilled, a dance unfinished, a love requited. Think before you give it up so quickly.
I mean, unrequited.
And you, blind one, you have hungered to strike me down ever since you saw the bond the Exile and I share. Can you feel the force running through me, even past the veil, past your blooded eyes? You know you cannot win.
The force runs strong within you, Treya. But in the howling of a storm, it is difficult to hear the whisper of the blade.
I forgot her real name was Treya.
The blind one. You were given a gift few are ever given, and yet you let your gift of sight warp you, twist.
You think your existence under your lord was torture, Miraluka? I will make you see. An assassin.
Oh, okay. Nothing special for her, just push her away. And Atten runs.
I don't know what Atten's plan is.
Oh, hi. Is Atten gonna fight this guy?
And I get the fool.
Funny. That's just what I was thinking.
The lighting on his face is actually kind of cool. Okay, let's...
I am curious what Atten's plan was.
Let's do... Oh, I don't have anything good for it. Okay, let's do this. Force immunity immediately. We do have, level up. Let's do battle meditation. Ow.
Ow!
It's fine. We're gonna level up, I think, right now. We'll just go ahead and level up to get us back to full. Again, this is what I was saying. This is my complaint. Is that, like, the game relies so much on buffs, but it doesn't give me any chance to, like, actually cast them on myself.
You waste valuable time getting them up while you're getting whacked.
Stealth awareness, security, it doesn't really matter that much. powers. If we could get heal, I don't think heal is going to help me that much. We're going to get battle meditation. And that leveled us up. And now... just do crit strikes. Oh, did I not cast... I don't think I cast Master Speed on myself. Let's level up again. The tributes. Dexterity. It's not going to help because it's an odd number, but it's fine. Determination. Chicho lightsaber form. Well, it's not going to help us either. Anything better we have? Not really. None of this is really going to work on him. Because I don't think Stasis Field is, again, it's one of those games, I think, where just crowd control doesn't work on bosses. It sucks, but it's just the way it is.
Well, it's a boss, not a crowd.
Yeah. Oh, that's all we get. Come on. Okay, you're gonna have to... Okay, run away. Come on. Did I not heal? Atten, do what I fucking tell you to do. Jesus Christ. Did that heal like nothing?
I didn't see it move.
It's like barely healing him. What's the deal with that? Is the game cheating right now? Oh my god. Okay, well, I don't think that we're gonna win this.
Time to
Stasis
even
Field.
the odds.
Oh my god, Atten. These characters don't do what I tell them to do.
Running away? I'm not done with you yet.
Nor are you.
Oh, okay.
I will remake you. So when I look upon you, it shall be like a mirror. Then I shall let you die.
There's
maybe we weren't supposed
worse
to
you can
win.
do to me. Take
I don't know. I think that there was a way to win. I think we just didn't win. I didn't realize that we were gonna have to solo Atten again. We already had a solo Atten thing earlier, and now we just had to do it again. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like the games like partitioning us up like that without really telling us that it's gonna happen.
He will be faced with a choice.
Again, I would have built him differently. Like, you know, I would have done something different. I just didn't realize it was going to happen. It sucks
he survives,
that it happens.
will allow him to save his friends, but he shall be the weaker for it. The other route will lead him directly to this place, through the ones that have hounded his steps from the beginning, and he shall have his vengeance. Show him every respect when he arrives in these halls, Lord Scion. This I command you.
Is that his name? Have we finally got a name for this face?
The first time they've like used his name. Alright, well, they're all gonna fight us, I guess.
Well, I feel like this isn't showing us the respect we deserve.
See, now they're giving me a chance to, like, buff up. Well, they do that with other things, too. Alright, you want to do it again? There we go. Nah, we're fine. That's fine. No, I didn't want that. There we go. No, I didn't want you to do that! I didn't want you to do that! This game, another big issue I have with the game is that when not everything is shown in the queue. You could have like multiple things in a queue and the game doesn't show. It only shows like attack actions in the queue. God, I hate this game sometimes. I really, really, really hate the game sometimes. Just stop doing anything that you're doing. No more anything else. And then it just doesn't even do things. Like, I'll just hammer the thing and then he doesn't even do it. Heal! 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 Heal again! Oh my god, and then it does that, it like auto attacks, which I hate. You know, for a game that's trying to let me control all the characters, it sure doesn't do a good job of it. Christ. I really hate this game sometimes.
Mechanically.
The actual, like, game mechanics in terms of, like, the stats and the things that stuff, you know, do, like, all the powers and stuff, that's fine. That's all good. In fact, I like this game better than the first game for that. But the actual way the game plays is not good. Like, it is so clunky. Jesus Christ. Stop what you're doing. There you go. You know what? We're gonna do it again. Say, do it again. Okay. Heal. Heal again.
I like the guy slowly making his way next to you. Remember how I mentioned about, like, Duel of the Fates playing while we basically run away?
Yes.
Kind of what's going on here. Feels a bit counter to the vibe that they're trying to go for.
Oh god, hold on. Didn't realize I was so low. Stop what you're doing. And instead, heal. This game, man. Just do all this stuff. You know what? Go ahead and put battle meditation on. Thank you. And now let's go. Fuck you, sir. And also, fuck you. I said, sir. I said, there we go. Screw you. And you. Anyone behind me? There is. For you too, sir. There we go. A little bit better. Yep, that's fine. And this guy. Screw all of you. Every single one of you. Looks like a locker. Oh, hey guys.
Hey guys.
Like Han Solo walking into the barracks of the Death Star. I'm not gonna run though. Another complaint that I'll make, because if we're on complaining roll right now, it's not easy to see what buffs that I have active. Like, I know that the L or whatever for the leveling up is kind of taking away from that, which is annoying itself. But even without the L, all I have are like little arrows pointing up. It doesn't actually tell me what the buffs are that I have on me right now. It just tells me that I have buffs.
It's supposed to be an L?
L for level up.
I thought it was just a 90-degree arrow this entire time.
Nope, it's an L for level up. When the L is on, we don't see the little arrows to tell us that we have buffs. But like I said, even without the L, like, all you see are arrows. You don't actually see what the buffs are. And it's actually, I think, legitimately difficult to even tell what buffs that we have. Even if you, like, go into the menus and look.
The fact that I now know that this is supposed to be an L and it's just not, like, just a stylized arrow, I feel this is even sillier. Oh, hello. At least you got all three of them.
Yeah. Okay, time to cancel what you're doing and so do this. So do this. Why did you auto attack? I don't want you to auto attack. I want you to stasis, please. Stop attacking and do what I fucking tell you to do, you stupid character. Thank you. Again, this game is the worst. It's the absolute worst. I'm glad that we're at the end of this game. I'm tired of this game by now. I'm sick of it. I want to move on now.
It's been a long time coming.
God. Where am I going? Where am I going? God. Okay. God. Why did you auto attack? I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to auto attack. Please.
Well, you got one of them.
Again, he auto-attacked even though I've been spamming heal the whole time. How about not do that, though? Didn't realize I lost it. Oh my god. Let's get my force back up.
We will be getting through this eventually.
Is force enlightenment? Good, it gives me a little bit of force, I think. Or not. I don't know what force enlightenment does. Doesn't matter. I'm having so many issues with the game right now, last joke. And the thing is, the issues were there the whole time. It's just that they weren't as noticeable before because we were in a party. Where is this guy? Where was this guy while his friends were getting killed?
Hiding.
Also, I don't like that it's defaults to auto attack in general because, like, if it was going to default to an attack, I'd rather default to flurry.
That guy's absolutely ignoring what's happening to his right.
Again. Great. What I really want, honestly, what I think would have made this game, gameplay-wise, just immensely better. And I mentioned it before, and I'll mention it again, and I'll continue mentioning it. I'd love an actual Gambit system from FF12. Just like literally lift the system from Final Fantasy 12 and give it to me in this game.
Well, it's not like it's owned by WB and have it on patent lockdown. Or Nintendo. Nintendo's also guilty of that.
Sure is. I don't actually have to kill these guys, but screw them, I'm going to. Because it might give me another level up, which I can use to cheese the final boss.
Because we're gonna have to.
Probably. Look, loot. Braceman armor. Hi guys. I feel, you know what else I feel like in this game is I feel like the animations, like the battle animations, were better in the first game. Honestly, I like them better in the first game. They synced up more in the first game. In this one, I'm just like standing there while I'm getting hit, and like it doesn't look like it doesn't look good. But in the first game, they they all synced up pretty nicely. Make sure Valor is up, because I need it. They hit all of them? Holy shit. That auto attack hitting the wrong guy.
No, not him. Him! I know they all look the same.
I do kind of think that this is one of the reasons that I don't really like CRPGs, such as the original, like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and games like it is because of this kind of stuff where the combat kind of goes. It's technically it's round based, but like it goes unless you pause the game. You know what I mean? Well, like this game, where like the rounds will be taking place, and characters will be doing things unless you pause the game. I much prefer. It's weird coming from me, but I much prefer the actual like turn-based thing.
Imagine if Star Wars was actually a turn-based game.
Amazing. Imagine like Baldur's Gate 3, but Star Wars.
There's mods for that, so I'm told.
Alright, go kill this guy. The problem with that is it's just Star Wars characters in the Baldur's Gate 3 game. Like, if I want to play a Star Wars character, I want to be in a Star Wars world. It's not just the characters that I like. It's not just the powers. Not just the Force. I like the universe that they have. Again, part of the reason that I kind of like that Starfield is getting.
I can't read that.
You want some armor, motherfucker?
It's just a series of letters and punctuation.
I guess I could do that, Craig, but I don't know. It feels very clunky that the game does that for me. It just doesn't feel good. It really doesn't. Okay, let's save. Let's redo our buffs. I don't think I really need force meditation, but you know what? We'll do our force immunity. All right, what's going on over here? More guys? Hey guys.
Actually, a lot of them.
All right, kill him. Oh my god.
There's more!
Where the hell did you guys come from?
I think there's a door to the right.
Run away! No, not that one. That one. Kill him.
Now I'm thinking of all the times they said, "Oh, how great and powerful the exile has become." Cut to us running away, Scooby-Doo style, from a group of enemies.
No. Oh my god. Good thing I saved. Holy shit. I mean, if the game didn't, like, throw so many enemies at us.
Like, this is supposed to be like a pseudo... This is supposed to be like a CRPG, not a Muso.
I'm not playing Diablo here. To be fair, one of the mods that we have does make enemies a little bit harder. I don't think it does anything to change the number of them. So maybe that's kind of the issue that we're having. It makes them harder because apparently in the normal game, enemies will always use the lowest tier of power that they have, even if they're like, you know, technically have like the higher tier. But the mod that I got makes it so the enemies will in fact use the higher tier of power if they have it available. So that does make them quite a bit more stronger.
I guess so, but it just kind of makes going through this area a little tedious.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great. I probably shouldn't have used that. I thought I would use that to make it more, I don't know, interesting, because everybody was saying how, like, easy this game is. And man, I feel like we went kind of the opposite way.
We made the game more tedious. What I feel, is there any sort of like stance or ability that's got cleave to it? Can we attack more than one target?
No, I'm not using the best stance right now though. I should be using something like this probably. To be fair, I wasn't using the best stance.
Well, it says best to use against many opponents, but we're still only attacking one at a time.
Yeah, but we were having a lot of opponents attacking us. I think it would have given us a little bit more defense against these guys.
Maybe more defense, but I just kind of feel like the battles kind of turn into a slog because we can only attack one target at a time, and they only have one target to hit.
Yeah, I don't know if there are any, like, melee attacks that we can do that hit more than one at a time. I don't think it exists. I don't think even the power attack does that. You would think of any of the power attack... You would think of any of them, friggin' Flurry would do that, right? Because we can hit, like, multiple people, but apparently not. Also, why did it give us so many of these, like, crystals and, like, we don't actually have a place to use them? There's been no workbench anywhere. Why is it even giving us loot? Why is it even bothering?
The moment it gives you a workbench, I feel like you should be prepared for a boss fight.
Oh my god. Yep, come on. there's like other doors. Also, it doesn't even though stasis is a light side power, it doesn't really feel that light side to like paralyze someone and then like stab them to death. Doesn't feel great. Feels like something a Darksider would do. Okay, Jesus. This is a bit of a slog. Yep. Traeus Crescent. Traeus Crescent. Traeus Crescent. And the other one was Proving Grounds. Does it matter which one we go to? Let's go to the Proving Grounds and see what that is. Save before we do.